We can and want to take you now to a live event. President Cyril Ramaphosa currently at the lectern, joining families of slain police officers at the annual South African Police Commemoration Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Deputy Minister of Police, Mr. Castle Matale, National Commissioner of Police, General Kehla Sithole, generals and senior members of the South African Police Service, members of the South African Police Service, families of our fallen heroes, representatives of the South African Police Service Education Trust, as led by Father Smangaliso Mkachwa, representatives of Labour, guests, and fellow South Africans. I stand here to convey my heartfelt greetings to all of you this morning. We have gathered here on this most important day, the National Police Commemoration Day, to pay tribute to the fallen men and women of those who wear blue uniform. We salute all members of the South African Police Service who lost their lives in the line of duty between the 1st of April 2020 and the 31st of March 2021. These fallen heroes were colleagues, they were sons, daughters, husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, loving fathers, caring mothers. They were also neighbors and friends to many of us. They are and they will continue to be deeply missed. Occasions such as this are a stark reminder of the perils and the dangers our men and women in uniform face as they carry out their duty to serve our nation, our country, and to protect our people. We fully understand the anxiety that accompanies the knowledge that you could leave your home one morning for work and never again to return. The passing of these heroes and heroines in the line of duty must sharpen the resolve of those who remain serving our people in the police service to proudly and bravely continue the noble cause to guarantee the safety and the security of all South Africans. Today we salute all who work in the South African Police Service, putting the safety and security of their fellow citizens above their own. There is no greater sacrifice than one can do, and no greater service that one can do than to put their own lives on the line so that others may have safety and security. Yours is indeed a difficult task. It's a difficult calling that demands true selflessness. Unfortunately, we have some in our society who have absolutely no regard for the patriotic duty discharged by our police officers. These are the people who attack our men and women in uniform, and by so doing, undermine the authority of the democratic state. Today, we cherish the memories of those members who paid the ultimate price for their commitment and determination to serve the people of South Africa. I also wish to take this moment to pay tribute to the 840 men and women in blue, as well as support staff who succumbed to COVID-19 since its outbreak early last year. It is important that we remember them because as we urge everyone, when we did urge everyone from last year to stay home as part of our fight against this deadly virus, our police officers were out there in the streets serving the nation, enforcing the lockdown regulations for the safety of all South Africans. And I'm sure all of us will say with one word that may their spirits rest in eternal peace. As the country continues to grapple with COVID-19, we have had to improvise and devise means to coexist with this virus. The virtual format of this year's commemoration service is itself evidence of such improvisation. It is my hope that those families outside of Gauteng who cannot be here at the Union buildings physically and who have joined us virtually will find comfort in the determination of the South African Police Service to honor their fallen heroes and heroines against all odds. Nothing can ever take away the pain of losing a loved one, and yet amid the despair and the sorrow, there is a firm determination that the lives lost should not be dishonored. But yes, much as they have fallen, they will never be forgotten. Let us today thank our fallen heroes and heroines posthumously for their sacrifices. We should cherish and will cherish the memories they have left behind, whether as family members, as friends, as members of the community, or even as colleagues. Quite understandably, some of us here may still be angry and hurt by the manner in which those we are honoring here have perished. I want to urge everyone today that in the memory of our departed loved ones, let us transform that anger that we feel, that frustration, that hurt, into a sense of determination to jointly rid our streets of all forms of crime. To all our men and women in blue, I call on you to honor your departed colleagues by remaining vigilant at all times and ensuring that no police officer dies at the hands of criminals. I would like you to implement the police service strategy and within the confines of the law, defend your own lives and the lives of our law-abiding citizens. I also want to call upon the public to partner with the police in the fight against crime. It is because of the collaboration and determination, as well as the real focus between ordinary citizens and structures such as the community police forums, that the police, the South African National Defence Force, and other law enforcement agencies were able to contain the violence and the looting that erupted in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng in July. The unrest that occurred in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng has created doubt in the minds of our people about the capability of our police to protect and defend them. And yet, I know that the capability of the police to defend our people is strong. I have appointed a task team to determine what caused the response by the police and other law enforcement agencies to be brought into question. I'm hopeful that the outcomes of this review and inquiry will guide us and enable us to strengthen our resolve even more on how we should be more prepared to prevent such events and to gain the confidence of our people with regard to defending and protecting them against the actions of instigators of unrest and those with criminal intent. Criminals live with us and amongst us in our communities. We must therefore work together towards strengthening community police relations and bring strategic stakeholders on board to bolster the efforts of the police to bring down the levels of serious and violent crime in our country. I believe that the arrest of one hardened criminal or even the recovery of one illegal firearm could spare the life of one police officer and also the lives of many in our communities. Let us as civilians, therefore, get into the habit of reporting crime and making our voices against crime heard, and also making our actions against crime to be apparent and to be seen, so that criminals should know that they will have no place to hide amongst our communities. The perpetrators of attacks on police must be found and must be brought to book. The fight against crime cannot be won by the police on their own. The police needs to act together with all of us. We should all present a formidable stance against criminals. Let us all present here today make a renewed commitment to unite and work together to ensure that those who are responsible for crime pay for their deeds. The debt of gratitude we owe our fallen heroes and heroines is eternal. It can only be repaid by the full attainment of the highest ideals for which they lived by and for which they laid down their own lives. We therefore salute our fallen heroes and our heroines. Long may their memories live on in our hearts and also in our actions. As I conclude, I would like once again to thank you all who do service for our country as members of the South African Police Service. Your work is recognized, we honor you, and we applaud you dearly for the work that you continue to do. I would also like to thank the leadership of the South African Police Service, starting with the Commissioner and those who assist him, the Deputy Commissioners, and indeed all officers, right down to a constable at the bottom. But also to thank those who do service in the administration of the police service. They sit behind their desks, supporting and assisting the men and women in blue uniform as they go through the lengths and the breadths of the streets and the pathways of our country. We thank you as well. All those who do support work, be it in the office, be it in cleaning services, and everyone who does all the work to support those who serve our people in the South African Police Service. I would also like to thank members of Parliament, particularly those who serve in the Portfolio Committee, for the watchful eye that they keep on the work in the South African Police Service. I conclude by thanking the Minister, General Bheki Cele, and the Deputy Minister, Mr. Castle Matale, for their commitment and the work that they do. Your work is not an easy piece of work, but I'd like to thank you, and together with all the others, for the work that you continue to do, particularly under difficult circumstances and conditions. And at times, you have to do your work with constrained resources, as you continue to tell me, but I thank you, because this is work that must be done. Lastly, I thank the families of all those that we are here to remember. The members that we are honoring today would never have been able to do their work and to make the sacrifices that they have made without your support, without you standing behind them and ensuring that they are well prepared on a day-to-day basis to go out and do the work that they have been doing and that they died doing. We feel for you, we mourn for you, but today, as you heard, this is a moment also for you to remember them kindly, to remember that they did what they did to serve our nation. They are the heroes of our nation. Their names will be inscribed on the walls behind me here. This is to say, they will be amongst those who are recognized by our nation as having served their nation, this beautiful country of ours, with distinction up to and when they also sacrifice their lives. I would therefore like you to remember them in that light. And to the children who are left without their fathers, their mothers, their brothers or sisters and uncles and aunts, I say, may you grow up knowing that those that you mourn today, that we are commemorating and celebrating today, are heroes of our nation and heroines of our nation, and they will forever be remembered for the service that they rendered for our people. So therefore, I would like you to remember them in that light, and if you can, follow in their footsteps to serve our people as well. So I thank you all, and thank you to the police service for continuing to organize these types of memorials so that we may, on a yearly basis, remember those who have laid down their lives. I thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.